Hey, let me drop this button right over here. Somewhere's in this region. If you click that button, you could subscribe and click notifications. That way, if I drop a video, you'll be notified. I know, pain in the butt because it'll notify you at least twice a day, sometimes more. Hey, how about a Civivi? I bummed this from timbersedgeknives.com. This is a Spiny Dogfish, black G10 handle, Stonewash 14C28N. One of the reasons I grabbed this is because I thought, it's got black G10, but it's got 14C28N, so maybe it's a budget piece. I don't know. We'll check. I don't check until I get to that part of the video. There's a reason for that. I kind of don't want to know what it costs. Like, even if I think I kind of know, it definitely influences like my thought process going into the knife. Like, if I think it's worth $300, I'm kind of shy about the knife. If I think it's a budget piece, I'm kind of excited because if I could own this knife for, let's say, less, nowadays budget pieces have kind of gone up. It used to be below $50 for me, but I've kind of had to raise that to $75 or so. I don't even know that it's outrageous to think $100 knife is a budget piece. Of course, there's extreme budget like Ganzo knives and Civivi and Grove. There's definitely some, and Kershaw's. There's definitely some high level budget pieces that you could pick up for under $30. It's kind of relative, but for me, a budget piece, it's slowly but surely creeped up to like $75. Lots of little scalloping going on this G10. Lots of curves and things going on. I guess hence the name Spiny. Not sure where the Dogfish comes in. There's a maker's mark on there. See if I can make that out. I don't know if I can. Something knives. Come on, man. Gavco. Okay, Gavco knives. Well, cool. Interesting. All right. Lots of compound grinding going on that blade. Look at that. Is that a hollow grind? It may be. This is not. I don't know. What's that? An American Tanto, reverse Tanto? Don't get me started on designating blades, man. That's not my thing. Deep carry pocket clip. It's going to let you get that all the way down in there. Nice tension on it, too. Steel liner, skeletonized, both sides. It's a liner lock. Not the same amount of skeletonizing on the liner side for obvious reasons, but it is a really lightweight knife. Let me just briefly. Oh, yeah. And yeah, I could do it. All right. What about this? Yeah. Yep. Let's run that action. Ooh, super smooth. Blade is centered. Thumb flick. Reverse flick. Pretty nice. Yeah. It's definitely representing as a budget piece. Pocket clip's not recessed, but the screws are. So on some thicker stuff, it might hang up. We'll test that. We're going to check that out. I am just going to break in here real quick. Why not? It's not like I'm messing with somebody's $300 knife or whatever. Did that go backwards? It did. How do you even do that? So this is captured, but it's the screw. So you can't screw this down. This has got the machining, so the tube part screws off. That's kind of... did they call this knife the Civivi Dogfish? Dogfish, okay. Because that is goofy, backward nonsense right there. Wow. I mean, I've seen some bizarre design elements. Okay, well, here's what's happened. They've Loctited this, so this is supposed to screw on here and be locked on there. But what happened is this locked on. So I'm going to take it off. Let me get it with a rag. Because golly, I mean, you heard me. I was about to rant it off, man, and go, y'all are silly, or something like that. And this knife ain't a fish. It's, yeah. But I take it all back. Come on, man, get a grip on that. Yeah, that Loctite is tight. I can't get it to stop turning. I may have to heat it. Now I got it. Whew, goodness. Come on, man. I'm going to put this back in that same side because it's got some Loctite up in there, and so it'll help this side lock in. Plus, I already got a grip on it. No sense me turning it around. Well, that's part of it too, is that it's not threaded, so all I can do is turn it in there the best I can turn it in there. I can maybe grab it with my other pliers and try to turn it a little bit, but I got to be really gentle. We'll roll with that. Good night. Well, we should be able to smash that once we put it back together. All right. No worries. All right. Well, calm down, man. Getting in an uproar. What's an uproar? I guess is that like a prison dust up, or everybody starts throwing toilet paper off the tier, sending down rain and fire? Or is that just straight up a riot? It's not an uproar. So I haven't done a Civivi in a while, and so I haven't had a chance to mention this, but man, they go to an extra step because, like, the pocket clip and this other scale is like sandblasted, it's bead blasted. So it's got this matte finish on it. Well, they put a highly polished scale on the other side, but they sandblast the edge so that it matches the clip from looking at it from the outside. How cool is that? I mean, it's an extra step that they decide to do. And a lot of their knives have that. And it looks good. I mean, it's not wasted on me. I see them do it, and I'm like, that is cool. Let's go ahead and clean these bearings real quick. Since we're in here, I'll wipe them, and then I will hit them with some nice lightweight oil that I have. I'm going to put that stop pin in there. Okay, here we go. We'll wrap this dude up. I mean, did I almost lose it or what? I kind of got upset there. I was like, what the? There we go. Yeah, that feels good. Put a little bit where that detent ball is going to run. All right. That's it. Simple, man. No, be a simple man. What's holding us up? Oh, that screw's stuck in there. I don't like that. It's being held in by the pocket clip. All right, well, I'm going to punt. I'm going to put this on up front. And then I'm going to put that back screw in first. Okay, that worked. Let's get this in. And I need to stay flat because I've got to suck that pivot up and get it all tight, and then I'll loosen it up like so. This is still lined properly. All of our spacing is good. We're even, so I think we're good, and there's no play. Blade is centered. Yeah. Ooh, smooth. Yeah, so I think the money shot on this knife is that reverse flick for sure. Let's talk about the action. Yeah, drop shut now. That reverse flick, money. Can thumb flick it for sure. It's kind of a odd, smaller, thinner knife. So thumb flicking it for me is a little awkward, but it definitely works. But that reverse flick, money. Yep. I give it an A minus, only because it's a little awkward on the thumb. Yeah, I gotta kind of dig in to get it. It's kind of odd. Access to the lock bar. This is lowered. This is raised, I guess. It's got some jimping on it, so pretty natural to reach in there. Pretty intuitive. It is a little stiff right at the very end. I probably could have lightened it up a little bit, but nah. I mean, it's just slightly stiff. And lockup on it is 45, 50%. Nice lockup back there. Ergonomics. Yeah, it's thin. It is a thin, I mean, they could have called it the bony fish instead of the dogfish or spiny dogfish or spine of a dogfish. They could have called it that, I guess. Maybe that's what they're saying, because it's really thin and it gets super thin down here, which typically I don't like because it makes, when I squeeze, it makes me feel like I'm coming off the knife. This one kind of doesn't have that. Maybe it's the curvature. I'm not sure, but I don't really feel like it's pushing me off the knife. I feel pretty locked in, so much so that not so confident, very confident. I mean, I'll bring this grip right here up to a confident grip. I feel really locked in here. Nice and tight. I can feel the pocket clip, but it's not burning me. Can definitely choke up here if I want some power to slice. Reverse grip is solid. Could definitely get there. And it'll let me get my reverse Pakal style grip with some power. I could definitely smash down on that right there. Nice little tip. That thing's it's gonna penetrate for sure. Check pocket clip. I expect it to run really well. Let's get the knife out from underneath. Thin stuff, yeah, it's a dryer clip. That thing's locked in, very nice. Thicker stuff runs no problem at all. It didn't hang up, even though it's not recessed, the clip. The screws aren't. But yeah, that thing completely disappears in the pocket, and it's got dryer tension. Could throw these in the dryer, tumble these around, hear that banging around and go, what's that? Reach in, pull these shorts out, that knife would be right there. Yep, very nice. And you could put more tension on it if you wanted to really suck it in the pocket. Blade contact, none through the back of the scales. The tip is nicely recessed, so clip's good, tip's good. Can handle a knife any way you want and shouldn't catch that sharp part. I know I wouldn't. Ooh, look at the detent on the bottom end. Closing that knife. Nice, really solid in there. There's no shaking that blade out. And with 50% lockup, I don't expect that to have any effect on the knife. Let's check that 14C. Factory Civivi 14C. Yeah, very sharp. I am smelling. No, I am just going to hit that once because it felt like a booger. You got a booger? You ever ask your kids that? You got a booger in your nose? See them picking their nose? What are you doing? Got a booger in there? You know you're a parent when you just reach in your kid's nose and grab the boogers out of their nose. Every parent at some point does that. I don't care who you are. All right, here we go. Yeah, that thing's an absolute crazy razor blade now. Stupid sharp. I don't know if you could hear it, but going through that paper, it was making that noise. All right, what are we doing here? I got to fix that. I had suspicion something wasn't quite right with that edge. All right, let's run this edge again because that just seemed weird to me. There it is. Yeah, so here's what I did. I ran it on a piece of wood and then I stropped it like twice. Yep. And so I think the first time I did it, I raised a burr. I didn't necessarily get it off of the knife. So the second time I did. All right. Civivi Spiny Dogfish. What do these run? That's the big question, right? Okay. Well, I think Timber's Edge Knives has got a great price on this. I think it's around like $45. So if you subscribe, you can get this down to like just a tick over $40. Yeah. Now, if you put it with another knife, they'll free ship it. But if you ship it by yourself, you're still what? Well below $50 on the knife because no tax, right? So that's a pretty good deal because I think these normally run like $60 or something. Yeah, so pretty solid. Hey, if you're interested, timbersedgeknives.com. They got it over there. Check it out.